The first route that I'll show you is going to be a left to right on Permafrost. Now this route can only be done by an impact nitron and not an explosive nitron. And so that's why you won't see me doing this with an explosive nitron. And I like this route a lot because it's a pretty sneaky route. You end up grabbing the flag if you use the impact nitron at about 300. And so because of that, the defense only has about 5 or 6 seconds to react if or when they spot you. The return route isn't anything too special, so I'll just go ahead and fast forward it. And now the exact same route, except this time the impact nitron gets used for some additional speed. It's at this point the defense is probably going to start shitting themselves when they see you coming. The return route, I'll just go ahead and fast forward. You've already seen what it looks like. It's nothing too special. And now I'm going to show you how to do it back to front on Permafrost. Now when you're doing this route, you want to make sure that you don't end up hitting that ice crystal. If you end up hitting it, what happens is that your guy end up going flying up in the air and the route gets ruined completely. And over here you want to fire off an impact nitron and a spin fuser. And the reason I do that is because you can't end up firing 2 spin fusers that quickly. So the impact nitron and then the spin fuser, because it gives you a more greater impulse than just 1 spin fuser. Now I'm not a fan of this route because sometimes when you end up hitting this wall, what happens is that your guy ends up slamming right into the ground at about 250 Sanics. I don't know why that happens sometimes, but it does happen every now and then. The return route, I'll just go ahead and fast forward. It's nothing too special. And now here is the exact same route, except this time you're going to be using an explosive nitron instead of the impact nitron. Me personally, I would use an impact nitron instead of an explosive nitron, because over here you only have enough time to fire off an explosive nitron. You can't fire off your spin fuser that quickly. And look at your health, you can't even fire off the spin fuser. If you do, your guy's just gonna die. So that's why I recommend the impact nitron instead of the explosive for this route. The return route isn't anything too special, you've already seen it. I'll just go ahead and fast. And now here is the easiest and the most devastating route that I know for Permafrost. And it is a right to left. Now the starting is pretty similar to how you do the back to front. The only small difference being the fact that you end up firing off your second impact nitron over here instead of firing all 3 of those things at the same time. And now you want to start swerving to your right as much as you possibly can, and then you want to start swerving to your left right about now. Now the return route, you don't have to do it exactly as I've shown. There's like a whole bunch of ways that you can do the return route, and I'll show you as 3 different return routes that I know for this one. The first one being where you save your energy as much as you can, and then you end up going above this cliff. Now the advantage for doing this is the fact that you have a lot of speed with you. And now the exact same route, except this time the impact nitron will be used for some speed, and it'll have a slightly different return route. Now the only difference being is the fact that you had a lot more energy because you used the impact nitron for some speed, so you're gonna end up landing over here instead of landing above like last time. And now the exact same route, except this time I'm gonna be using an explosive nitron instead of an impact nitron. I prefer to use the impact nitron instead of the explosive nitron for this route because you can use the impact nitron just before you grab the flag and it ends up giving you a lot of speed, and so you can pretty much do a quick return with it. And now a way to counter this somebody who's running this route is to have somebody place an inventory station right on this ramp. Now by doing that, what happens is that your capper ends up slamming right into the inventory station with the flag, and he loses all his speed instantly. He doesn't fly anywhere, he just slams right into the inventory station and doesn't move at all. And here is the slightly different return route.